Alright guys, so welcome back to another one of my videos, and on this video I'll show you how to fix your AC on your GMT 400 without any expensive tools and how to do it right. And this will be the second time me fixing the AC on my truck, and I'll let you know why the first time it did not work.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness. Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness. Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it, and I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Alright, now that we got the dryer and lines disconnected, we'll be able to flush the evaporator core through the outlet, and it will be coming out the inlet down there. Since we will be keeping this, we want to make sure all the contaminants are out of there. I don't know how good you guys can see that on camera, but look at all that dirt and debris that came out the evaporator. See, this is why we want to flush it, because that would have ran through your new system and lowered the service life of your new compressor. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it, and I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
fast. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches start. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness. Of all that is blackness.
So that's pretty much it. There's not much to it. I'm not gonna go into diagnosing of AC systems because it's super complicated. It's people who do AC, that's all they do, because it can get really complicated on how to diagnose a system. On this one, it was pretty easy because it was obviously a compressor failure. On mine, it started making a real like metal on metal noise, and it actually ended up blowing the seals on it and throwing AC system oil all over my header. I honestly thought the truck was on fire when it happened. But to go back into why this is the second time I did it and how to help you guys prevent it was, the first time I did it, I just wanted to fix the AC. Same thing, a bad compressor. But I just wanted to be one and done. I replaced all the lines, all the sensors, the condenser, and the dryer. And I thought, hey, I'm not going to have issues for the foreseeable future. But it ended up only lasting around 2.5 years, and it failed on me because the only component I did not change was the evaporator, because it's very difficult to get to it. It's under the dash, and it's rarely damaged. But the big mistake I did was not flush it. And as you guys can see, when I flushed it this time, who knows if it was from the previous AC compressor or this one, but there was a lot of grains in there, and who knows what that was. I'm sure that was probably like grains of metal from component failures. And you could spend a lot of money on some good components, and they're not going to last you if you don't flush out the system like I did. As you can see, I took out a lot of stuff. And on this one, I replaced everything except the evaporator again, which I flushed, and one hard line, which I flushed as well. And yeah, simple as that. Flushing it will help you keep your AC system running so much longer, and will save you the headache and save your wallet too, because it's not cheap. And what I also did was I outsourced the evacuation of the AC gas and filling of it, and I'll give you the reasons why. Because the equipment to evacuate it environmentally responsibly is very expensive. So unless you do it for a living, you're not going to have that equipment. You can't just let out the gas and do the work, but that's just not good for the environment. I'm just doing my part to be responsible while maintaining my vehicles. And you just call around, you can get a good price. I talked to a couple shops, let them know what I'm doing. I'm like, hey, I want to do the work myself. And they gave me a good quote for evacuating the system and servicing it. And that's the second part of why I hired a shop to do that part of the job, sublet that part of the job, was because I don't have the equipment with me. I do have it, it's just in another state, to evacuate the system and fill the system with Freon again. And you can rent it at auto parts stores, but I don't recommend it. Just like I showed you those contaminants that came out when you flushed it, if you get tools from a tool service from a parts shop, and who knows how many people have used it, who knows if they knew 100% what they were doing, those, especially the manifold gauge and the vacuum pump, it might have some contaminants in it. The vacuum pump, you got to change the oil every once in a while to get the contaminants out. How many people do you think know that, who are doing DIY repairs? So I didn't want to risk spending a lot of money on new components and flushing out the system just to just have it negated by contaminating it with some bad tools. So what I would recommend is having a shop evacuate the system for you and service it for you, which is pretty affordable. And it's still DIY because you're doing all the repairs yourself, and you're still saving yourself some money and taking the pride of doing it yourself. And the AC flush, I actually got it from O'Reilly's, and it's around like $20, and it's completely worth it. It does say you need compressed air. I don't have an air compressor, so I ended up using what they use for like electronics and cleaning keyboards and stuff like that. You just buy it at Walmart. Is an air duster in a can, and it actually worked surprisingly well. I mean, an air compressor would probably be better, but you still don't want a lot of PSI running through your evaporator because you don't want to damage that either. But yeah, this is how I did my DIY AC repair. It's blowing super cold. Happy with that, especially now that we're in summer. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and like and subscribe if you like the content. Thanks. Have a nice day, guys.